In this video, I rank all of the Jtoh Subrealms from worst to best. And my opinions are not just opinions. No, they are facts. So, you're gonna listen to what I have to say because it might be pretty important. So, what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna get a subrealm. I'm gonna tell you about the subrealm, like, do a bit of a, like, my analysis on the subrealm and explain my choice for where it is in the rank, in the list. It makes sense in my head, and it will make sense here. I'm just, we're gonna start the video. Let's get started. Ah! Okay, last place, we have Event Realm. There's not a lot you can really do in here. Sometimes the Jtoh developers will post in the Discord server some stupid ping, and it's like, guys, join Event Realm, because we're doing a competition. And I think the whole idea is to, like, get the community together, but there are no towers. There is supposed to be a neat that goes in here. There's, like, a portal and stuff, but there's not, like, an actual tower in the neat. It's just a portal. So it's really stupid, and you really have no reason to go in here unless you're trying to win Robux or whatever, like, from the events. I guess it's a cool feature, but at the same time, it's also pretty stupid because who's actually doing that? I think I only showed up to one event ever, and it was stupid. It was like, guys, we're taking a picture, like a community picture. And I was like, okay, I have nothing better to do. So I got in the server. Surprisingly, it wasn't full. And then they were like, guys, we can't even use this picture. I don't even know what they were using the picture for. Oh my god, why am I yapping so much about Event Realm? I don't care enough. I don't care enough to do this. If you couldn't tell, I really hate Event Realm. The next one, number 8, because there are 9 different subrealms. But number 8 is Pit of Misery. I don't like Pit of Misery. I feel like it's just a place where all the elite hobbyists go to, like, flex that they can beat Tower of, what do they call it? Tower of Eternal Void. Yeah, I don't like it. It's not cute, it's not funny, and I just think that it's where all the losers go to congregate together and discuss how much losers they are because they don't know how to go outside. And also, you don't even get Roblox badges for beating the towers, and I think that's really messed up because if you spend all those hours playing a tower, I think I would want some sort of verification that I actually did it, but instead they just make you record it and then submit it to, like, servers or whatever so you can get proof. But I don't get it, because, like, what if you're, like, on a laptop, like a bad crappy laptop that pick up on your screen, like screen recorders. Yeah, I don't like Pit of Misery is also really bad, but those are the last bad subrealms. The rest are just mediocre at best until you get into the good ones. Okay, so the next one we have is, drumroll please, Paradise Atoll in Zone 1. It's a subrealm in Zone 1, we all know it. It was originally going to be the summer event a few years back, but they decided, no, I don't want to do that. And they decided that they were going to make it a subrealm instead. And we all know how that turned out. It's not that great. If you can tell me that you like Paradise Atoll, you're lying to yourself. Quit lying. Quit lying! This sucks. This place, it's not fun. There's not a single good tower in this area. However, I will respect it because I think that the idea is good. I think the execution was poor. And I also like the lobby. I think the lobby's really fun. It's very creative. But why did they put it in Zone 1? I mean, I guess that's probably the only one that kind of makes sense for it. But it's just so much, it's so different than everything else in the game. It kind of just feels like it was meant. Like it had the roots for it to be a event, like a summer event instead of a subrealm. And even though that was the original intention, I just don't think it translated very well to a subrealm, because the gameplay on all the steeples is also really, really dog poop. Like, I don't think anybody likes it. No, nobody likes it. So, that's pretty much my opinion on Paradise Atoll. Feel free to disagree with me, but if you disagree with me, just know that your comments are not going to get shown, because I know I'm right. This is also a pretty good idea. I'm really good at making ideas, so this is my idea to you. Subscribe to the Mango Kinda Cool channel if you want to get more content like this, with more valid opinions. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. On to the next one! What was that? You told me never to do that again? Okay. Note taken. Alrighty, number 6, we have Arcane Area. Yeah, Arcane Area is the subrealm in Zone 2 of Jukes Towers of Hell. We all know that. But it's a classic one, and it's kind of aged poorly. However, I believe that a lot of the steeples are still pretty fun, but I think the lobbies aged pretty poorly. I think some of the towers have aged pretty poorly, because it's very old, and we know it's old. But there's not a lot to say on this one. I think it's a good subrealm because you get an item from beating it. And and I like getting items. Yeah, the crystal is very useful. So yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that redeems this. Also, some of the gameplay on some of the steeples is pretty good. Also, Tower of Icy Adventures is a really good tower. And fun fact, it used to be a citadel for like, what, 10 days or something? Yeah, but that was a time to be a Jtoh player. A Jtoh connoisseur, if you will. Yeah, on to the next one. The next one we have is number 5, Silent Abyss. This has to be the most forgettable area in Jtoh. You are not hopping on with the homies like, yo, dudes, we gotta hit up Silent Abyss today, yeah. It's not happening. I'm being so for real, that's not happening. I can't even name a single tower in here, except for There Is No Tower, because that one is a memorable tower. Everything else is just non-existent. It has fled my mind. I genuinely cannot name anything good nor bad about Silent Abyss. I just know what the lobby looks like, and it's very dark and low-key a little sad. But other than that, Silent Abyss might just be the most forgettable area in Jtoh. I don't know what to say. And I feel like the Jtoh developers keep trying to add these stupid, useless areas just like to get rid of whitelisted towers and steeples. And I guess it kind of works, but sometimes it's just like over flooded with like new content, and that's sometimes not the greatest because it's hard to keep up with everything. Like there used to be a time and a place where I could name every single tower in Jtoh, and now I could probably name half. I don't know if that there's anything inherently wrong with that. Maybe it's just that I stopped geeking out with Jtoh, but I don't know. That was completely off topic and just like a random vent, but cool. On to number 4! My number 4 spot is Garden of Isel in Ring 2. I know a lot of people really like this one. However, I'm not disagreeing with that because I really like it too, but there are a lot of other ones that I prefer over Garden of Isel. One thing that I do not like about Garden of Isel, however, is the lore behind it. Like, what is the Palace of Isel? What are we doing, Jtoh? Just stop. Please stop. But something I do like about it is the gameplay and all the steeples is pretty fun, and all of them are pretty easy, so it's very beginner friendly. If you're new to the game, definitely check out Garden of Isel. It'll definitely help you build your skills as a player. But something else that I don't like about Garden of Isel is that I don't know any of the towers. I don't know any of the, well, it's mostly steeples, and then there's the one intense tower, but I don't know any of them, and they all kind of feel the same. At one point, because they're all the same concept, because they're all like the same theme, they all kind of just mush together in my brain. And I don't know any of their names, but I kind of remember bits and pieces of each one. But I think there are other subrealms that have other towers that maybe stand out a little more than Garden of Isel. Yeah, that's my opinion. You can disagree if you want. However, I am right. Okie dokie, artichoke, it is time for my third choice pick. This subrealm walks away with the bronze medal, Olympic style, okay? I have chosen Lost River. Yeah, Lost River is my number 3 pick. A lot of people are massive haters on this zone. Well, it's not a zone, it's a subrealm. Why did I say zone? A lot of people are haters, and they think it's just a whitelist dump. And yeah, it is kind of just a whitelist dump, but it's a good whitelist dump, and I like a lot of the towers in it. Personally, some of them aren't the greatest. Like, I don't like the Remorseless towers, but every other tower is pretty good, I think. And I think It's like classic, but it's not too classic. It's better than Ring 5, I think. Even if it's not as memorable, I think it's just better, quality-wise. And another thing is I really like the lobby. I think the lobby is very good. And one fact, my new album, The Streets of Jtoh, the cover art was shot in Lost River. So, check out Streets of Jtoh if you haven't already. But yeah, all the towers are really fun in Lost River. I like them. I beat Tower of Compact Spaces the other day. Now that is indeed a tower. Yeah, I'm trying my best not to yap to oblivion. However, that's all I really wanted to say. Lost River is good, even if you can believe that it's not good. You can have the idea in your head that, ew, I hate Lost River. But you're lying to yourself, because Lost River is a valid subrealm, and I think it is good. Dare I say, very good. I would even call it a top, probably like top 8 ring/zone/subrealm in Jtoh. Next up, we have our number 2 spot, which is drumroll, please. Bro, where are the fucking drums? All right, this bitch sucks shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna tell you, my number 2 pick is actually Ashen Tower Works. Yes, the newest one is my number 2 pick. I think this is a fair place to put it. It's new, and all the towers are pretty good. At least most of them. I'd say there are only like a few stinkers, and the rest are just really good quality towers. Like, I think you actually gotta do a little bit of searching to find a tower that's not that great in here. And I also appreciate it because there's not a lot of steeples. I don't think there are any steeples, actually. And I don't really like steeples. And something else that I really, like, absolutely have to note about this subrealm is the absolutely beautiful, exquisite lobby they have. It's just like Ring 9, but if Ring 9's lobby was better. And I thought that was hard because Ring 9's lobby is really good. But I just think the tone of Ashen Tower Works lobby is really nice. Like the colors, it's super vibrant. It kind of feels like a Ring 9 knockoff, but if Ring 9's lobby was just better. Because Ashen Tower Works has the best lobby in Jtoh, and that's my opinion. And if you want to disagree with me, you can disagree with me. But I just think that overall, Ashen Tower Works has the best lobby in Jtoh. Everything about it is just so good. The only thing maybe I would change is maybe make it a little smaller, because it is a little big. Like, it's ginormous, but that's not really a bad thing at all, because I like it. I like it big. Pause. I don't like it at all. Wait. So yeah, that's my opinion on Ashen Tower Works. I haven't even beaten like all the towers in here though, because it's still like relatively new. And I just don't play Jtoh that much. Although in recent weeks I have been going back and playing it more often, but that has absolutely nothing to do with the topic of this video. Here's my number 1 pick. Yeah, you probably guessed it by now, but if you haven't, it is Forgotten Ridge, the one and the only. Some people are gonna be like, Mango kinda cool, please do not ever rank again. This is the worst number 1 pick of all time. But I want you to sit there and ask yourself this question, genuinely. Like, reflect on your life. What do you think is better than Forgotten Ridge? All the subrealms in Jtoh are, like, not that great. So what's better than Forgotten Ridge? Garden of Isel? Ashen Tower Works? Lost River? None of them are better than Forgotten Ridge. And that's not to shit on Forgotten Ridge, because I think it's top 5 areas in the game. I think they pulled off the classic tower idea perfectly. All the towers are fun and replayable. Although, to be honest, I never really go back in Forgotten Ridge. I just like everything in this ring. I love the vibe they were trying to go for. I think they executed it perfectly. And to all the people who said this in the past or are going to say it in the future, Forgotten in 2 weeks Ridge, jump off a bridge. Please. It's not Forgotten in 2 weeks. It's the greatest subrealm in the game! Don't disrespect it! I like Forgotten Ridge a lot, and I think this is becoming ever increasingly evident. But I'm not trying to yap like forever about it, so I'll just leave you with a few like points on why I like it. I think the towers are wonderfully done and exquisite in every single right. They pull off the classic vibe perfectly. I love the lobby. I think it's perfect for what it was trying to be. It was not trying to be overly grand, but it was enough for everyone to be content with it. And I also like the vibe. I like the vibe of the whole area. I think the people who play it are G's. I think the people who built it are G's. And I think everything about it is just top G. Andrew Tate approved. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm like not even trolling, bro. Like my channel's dead. I need views. If this video does not do well, I'm literally jumping off a bridge. I'm not actually doing. I'm gonna cut that out.
I shitted in my pants. I am for real. Never meant to make my booty shit. I apologize. I shit my pants. I shitted in my pants. I am for real. Never meant to make my booty shit. I apologize. I shit my pants.